Nature is the ultimate eraser. But sometimes, it acts as a vault. What if I told you that a multi-million-dollar fortune in vintage steel and antique mahogany has been... Today, we are breaching an 1800s time capsule, a farmstead completely erased from modern county records. But before you can explore history, you have to engineer a way to reach it. Step 1 is aerial reconnaissance. The forest is too dense for standard cameras. LiDAR strips away the trees, revealing the ghostly footprint of a massive, forgotten compound.
The digital data perfectly matches a 130-year-old surveyor's map. We have our target.
The approach is grueling. 3 miles of untamed wilderness that has swallowed every trail.
This gate hasn't swung open in nearly a century.
Someone tried to secure this place decades after it was built. But they never came back.
Crossing the threshold feels like stepping out of the modern world and into a ghost story.
The architecture is stunning. A sprawling Victorian farmhouse, completely shielded from the elements by the valley's deep canopy.
The front door. The gateway to the mystery. It wasn't locked. It was simply waiting.
The air inside is dead, thick with dust, dry rot, and the unmistakable scent of frozen time. The preservation is staggering. The roof held, keeping the destroying moisture at bay. Time literally stopped here. A monument to an era abruptly abandoned.
Beneath the dust lies extreme, handcrafted wealth.
They left everything behind. Valuables that would be worth a fortune today, simply abandoned. The silence in this room is heavy. You can almost hear the echoes of dinners held over a century ago. The wallpaper is peeling, showing the slow, inevitable decay of the house's skin. The library is an academic treasure trove. Thousands of first editions, perfectly insulated from the sun.
The pages are brittle, but perfectly readable. A direct window into the minds of the people who lived here.
The patriarch, the architect of this isolated empire. The heart of the 1800s home, a massive iron beast that once provided heat and sustenance. The heart of the 1800s home, a massive iron beast that once provided heat and sustenance. The pantry is still fully stocked. Preserved foods, sealed in glass, waiting for a winter that came and went 100 times. A fascinating, terrifying testament to the suddenness of their departure. With the ground floor documented, the team moves to the private quarters. The craftsmanship of the 1800s was over-engineered, built to outlast its creators. The second floor is perfectly still. Each closed door is a time capsule within a time capsule.
The master suite. Opulence, slowly consumed by time.
The silver backing on the mirrors has oxidized, creating a ghostly, blurred reflection. In the corner, the first true anomaly. A heavy iron safe, locked tight. Without the combination, and with the internal mechanics rusted solid, its secrets remain perfectly kept. The patriarch's study, a place of business and isolation. The desk looks like someone simply stood up and walked away in the middle of a sentence. The ledgers reveal immense wealth. This wasn't just a farm, it was an industrial empire. But the true wealth of the estate wasn't hidden in the house. Sitting silently in the darkness of the backyard is a structure that shouldn't exist on an 1800s farm. The scale of the outbuilding is massive. It looks more like an industrial warehouse than a barn.
Whatever is inside, the owners wanted it fiercely protected.
Breaking the seal on the vault. As the doors part, the smell of old oil, aged rubber, and oxidized steel hits the air. The farm didn't just survive into the 20th century. It evolved, unveiling a ghost of the industrial age. A beautifully preserved 1930s luxury vehicle, a masterpiece of American automotive history. Protected from the sun and rain, the paint and chrome have survived in miraculous condition. This isn't a barn. It is a private museum of early automotive wealth.
The interiors are flawless. The leather is dry, but untouched by rodents or decay.
The odometers reveal a startling fact. These cars were barely driven. They were parked here, brand new, and left to sleep. But the mystery of the barn deepens as the team reaches the rear wall. A complete, high-end mechanics bay, frozen in time. They weren't just storing cars. They were maintaining a fleet. The extreme organization points to a highly disciplined mind. Every tool exactly in its place. But it is the floor itself that reveals the twist in our exploration. A massive iron pull ring set into the concrete. A hidden subterranean level. The reality check. The barn was hiding something much more valuable than cars. A secret, climate-controlled bunker built decades before the Cold War. Descending into the void. The air here is completely different. Dry, crisp, and heavily insulated. What they found inside changes the entire narrative of the abandoned farm. Not a bomb shelter, a vault. Hundreds of perfectly sealed wooden crates. The timeline aligns perfectly. A fortune in illegal alcohol, stored and suddenly abandoned. The scale of the operation is staggering, and the ledger on the desk holds the final piece of the puzzle. The ledgers don't show a slow decline. They show panic, a massive withdrawal, and a sudden stop. They didn't just leave. They fled, leaving millions of dollars in cars, furniture, and contraband behind.
But why? What could make a powerful family abandon an impenetrable empire?
To find the answer, the team pushes to the perimeter of the valley. A catastrophic geological event. A massive landslide that erased the only road in or out of the valley. They were completely cut off, trapped in their own fortress. With no way to transport their illicit goods, and winter approaching, the wealth became useless. They hiked out on foot, carrying only what they could. Leaving the heavy luxuries to the mercy of time. The beautiful machines, locked in a garage they could never drive out of.
and a fortune in liquid gold, buried in the dark.
Our team documents the final GPS coordinates, sealing the location in our encrypted drives.
We leave the farm exactly as we found it. A perfectly preserved museum of a forgotten era.
Nature will continue its slow, silent work of erasing the remaining structures. But the data we recovered tells a story of extreme wealth, illegal empires, and the unstoppable power of geology. A digital ghost of the farm, captured forever.
It is the ultimate reality check for any empire builder.
You can build the most beautiful home on Earth. You can fill it with priceless treasures.
But you can never out-engineer the planet.
When the Earth decides to close the road, all the wealth in the world won't buy you a way out. The farm remains a silent vault, waiting for the next 100 years of silence. The ultimate time capsule, hidden in plain sight. As we leave this isolated valley behind, the sheer scale of the American wilderness becomes apparent. There are millions of acres of unmapped, unexplored terrain out there. Which leaves us with one final, fascinating question. If an entire multi-million-dollar estate can sit completely hidden in these woods for a century, what else is out there right now?